Hello everybody, I am so excited for today's video. It is one that I've been trying to film for more than a year, so let's get into it. Today I am going to be freeze drying. Now I know what you're thinking, Grace, why? What is the reason you want to do that? I saw a video about 4 years ago where these people freeze dried sweets and the texture fascinated me. And you know by now that if I see things and I want to try them, I end up trying them because that thing will stay in my head until I do the thing or try the thing that I've been waiting to try. So I got in contact with a company which does rental freeze dryers. So massive thank you to Mechatech who have let me borrow a freeze dryer for a week. I will leave all their links down below. They have some great techie things and I probably will have to be relying on them again because I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. So thank you so much, Mechatech. Yesterday we did the first experimentation with freeze drying, and actually on TikTok I've seen loads of candy freeze drying taste tests. So we started off with sweets because I thought there's not much that can go that pear-shaped with sweets, but how wrong was I? So this was yesterday when we first experimented with the freeze drying sweets. Now, before you actually use the freeze dryer, it is best if you're using a high moisture sweet to actually put them in the freezer before you freeze dry them. So I'm gonna put these on, these are the little trays. So these are all the Skittles we have. We have Chewy, normal, giant, sours, which are my favorite Skittles, and then tropical. So I'm gonna pop these on here. We've got fizzy jellies, Percy Pigs, Colin, fizzy Colin, normal Colin, and fruit pastels. Okay, this is our next tray. On here we have got Starbucks minis right in the middle. We've got some jelly babies right here, some Haribo Star Mix going on right here, and then we have maybe my favorite sweet of all time, Sainsbury's Fizzy Fangs, and then we got normal Starburst. Another tray. I thought it was good to do, if I do a little bit of everything, and then once we've done a little bit of everything, we can kind of see what there is to experiment with in the next round. So up next, we have the miscellaneous tray, I like to call it. And these are random things that I just thought, well, how would they react? Because I feel like they won't, but we're giving it a go. So on here, we have Aero Bubbles, Fudge, Mini Reese's Cups, After Eights, Love Hearts, which are hard, and powdery, so I wonder how they'll go. Glacier Fruit, which again, boiled sweet, so I don't know what they'll do. We've got a Chew It Extreme. Oh, pants. I'm off to get another one. I feel a bit like Doofenshmirtz in Phineas and Ferb, and I'm here for it, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like the scientists I've always wanted to be. Okay, and now we put it on, and we get it to chilling. Banksy isn't sure. Okay, so if we go to overview, you can see here the pressure is nearly at -40, which then means that we can put our goods in the vehicle, and then we need to put the vacuum pump on. Okay.
Oh, you can't lift that off.
Yeah, because it's vacuum sealed now. Everything is in.
Going.
Yeah, the marshmallows are already going.
and look at the jelly babies.
Where? So it's a bit later now, and some of the Skittles have started to go. Everything else has kind of stayed the same, apart from this weird Moam down here. Look! Can you see the Skittles? I want one to go right now. Oh no. They have melted. Okay, they're candy kittens. And look at the jelly snakes as well.
Actually, oh, and look, Grace.
What?
Look at the prawn.
That chocolate is having a mare. Oh, check.
It's a jelly baby.
Oh my gosh, the jelly baby has exploded, guys. The cola bottle has just exploded, guys. What is going on with that jelly baby? Weirdly, the tropical flavoured Skittles haven't popped, but basically all the other Skittles have. This one is looking booked and busy. Right, it's all done, I think. Look at this jelly baby. That is completely exploded everywhere, literally all the way around. I've just used the drain valve, and I think... Wow! I want to touch it. Oh my gosh. Can you hear that? Okay, so we get to... Oh, it's warm on here. Because these are heated, I forgot. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's so strong vanilla. That is so weird. It's just like a Lucky Charms giant one.
Like rock that you could get called Edinburgh Rock.
Yeah, I know the one.
And just
Kind of like tablet, yeah. Here we have the chewy Skittles, the giant Skittles, which are giant. Can you hear that? Then we've got tropical ones, all sorts. That is so good. Oh my gosh, the flavour. Don't you think that's so intense? Crumbs. Isn't that so strong?
Very strong.
That is like my, you know when your saliva glands get going? I want to try.
Like a little person.
I'm going to try a chewy one.
Just crunchy.
No!
Just
It's
dissolves.
just melts. Like, how
Oh
weird.
yeah, just squidge. Different to those.
The giant.
Very, yeah.
Oh, so I need to try giant.
Did you try a giant one?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was just telling you what you did. Different texture.
What the heck?
They're very...
Sweet, yeah. Oh. Wait, I'm going to have to get... I need to get a Jelly Baby to compare it. Let me just... hang on.
To that one.
Go on, try it.
That's
this
the
is...
Jelly Baby.
Wow. Is it like candy floss?
Just like candy floss.
Here goes.
It literally just melts in the mouth.
But the flavour is different from candy floss. It's a bit more feathery. Wait,
There's a cat bean in there.
that's a cola bottle.
Is it?
That, oh, it's chewy. I wonder if I should have left that one longer.
Look at these little love
That's
hearts.
hearts.
They're quite decorative.
They're quite lovely. Oh, he's going straight in.
What? Did not expect
I
that.
don't know if I like it or not. This guy,
It's not changed.
he's not changed at all. I wonder if he needs longer because he's jelly. Let's go on. I don't like licorice, so you can try that.
Oh my goodness. They're really hard. They're out again.
Weird. And what's this then? These are the Starbursts.
And the licorice is gooey.
Gooey. Like the middle of a Roundtree's Random. I'm going to try the little Chewits. Because it's such a strong flavour, it tastes like blackcurrant.
What's that? Look at that.
That's a
It
strawberry
looks like
lace.
a salami.
That is weird.
It reminds me of coconut tobacco I used to buy as a kid.
I have no idea what this is. This is a pinball. Again, my favourite sweet.
Intense flavour again.
Oh my sweet mother of pearl. You know it's got that zingy bit in the middle. That's strong. These are jelly beans. What is these? These are Tangfastics. That's a cherry.
Is it?
That's the cherry from a Tangfastic. That is a cherry. So, I have to try one of these. Oh, you like it?
I love the cherries.
I don't think these have had long enough, the jelly worms.
Is it hot?
It's like jelly.
Pretty big.
Oh, actually.
Maybe not. Careful your teeth.
This,
Fancy.
Banksy's been at
Vomited.
it. This has been calling me the whole time.
What is that one?
After 8. I think I'll like
A
it.
munchie.
No, an after 8.
It's not a proper after eight because after eight's
It's the
slices.
after 8 bite thing. The mint. It feels like I've just brushed my face with mint.
Nothing's happened to that, is it really?
Yeah, why is that? Maybe it has.
Oh.
Really, it's a fudge. That's not a fudge, that's a Claire now. And this is a Chewit.
Oh wow.
That's delicious. That's a lovely flavour.
A nugget.
Yeah, go on, give the nugget a go. Oh, powdery. So weird! So the sweets were fascinating enough. But now we get into the nitty gritty. Now I know you're thinking, what's actually the point of freeze drying all these things? That's what everyone keeps saying when I tell them. But there are actually loads of benefits to freeze drying. Number one, nutrition. Freeze drying maintains 97% of the nutritional value of food, whereas dehydrating 60% and canned foods 40%. Shelf life. You can maintain its shelf life for up to 25 years. It's actually, you can freeze dry things like meat. If you do something like a coulis, things like that, it also works on the taste. It intensifies the flavour, which we found out yesterday with the sweets, and it makes it so much more pungent. So say maybe you're making a gravy or something like that. If you freeze dry that and then rehydrate it, the flavour is going to be so much more strong. Then you have versatility, you have cost effective, you have space. It saves on space because obviously things are a bit smaller and weight and things like that. The list truly goes on, and the actual science behind it is fascinating.
I'm definitely no scientist, and I didn't really understand what freeze drying was for a long time, so I'm going to give you a quick 20-second explanation so that you have an idea going into this next section of the video what actually happens during freeze drying. Freeze drying removes water through two phases, both freezing and sublimation. Obviously, we all know what freezing is, and freezing means that the water expands about 9% in the product, and which can result in damage in some of the cell walls. But a freeze dryer means freezing happens more quickly. The second phase in the freeze drying is sublimation. This reduces the pressure around the food to as low as possible, which typically ice needs to melt before it can turn into a gas, which is obviously evaporation. However, if you reduce the pressure around the food low enough, that solid ice turns straight into gas, which is why some of the foods expand and they get bright and airy and full of flavour. Hopefully that was a good little summary and it helps you understand a bit more. It is so fascinating.
I've just put loads of bits and bobs in the freezer because I want to know what's going to happen to these bits and bobs, because there are things like cheesecake in there, which when I was googling freeze drying, apparently cheesecake is one of the best things freeze dried, and I don't like cheesecake, so I've got lots of things in there that I don't actually like, and I wonder if when they're freeze dried I will actually prefer them. Okay, we're on -45 right here, so I think it's go time, people. Okay, so everything is in. I don't know if you can see this, but we have some ice cream seepage. I don't know if the trays were cool enough, and the lemon, I don't know if you can see there, it's got like little bobbles on it, and the yogurt right here has kind of gone all funny as well. I shall see you in the morning. It's still not super low on the old pressure, so that means there's still some stuff that needs to be sucked out. I'm gonna look. Custard's a bit crackly. Banks and I have just had a little meeting about the freeze dryer because it has been on for a long time now and things aren't shifting and moving. So I googled it, and apparently the best thing to do is to turn the heater plates on, which is what I did with the sweets, but my only concern is the ice cream will then melt. But if the ice cream is freeze dried enough, then it shouldn't. And it does look, if you look at that, that looks like astronaut ice cream. What do you think, Banks? Should we turn the heaters on? Yeah? Let's turn up the temperature. Hey guys, it's currently 4 PM. It's been on for a while. Apparently it can take 24 hours, but there hasn't been much change in a lot of the products. The only thing that I'm really waiting for is this upper deck right here, but I just get the impression, because these Fizzy Fangs and the Berta Pigs have actually been in twice now, so I get the impression that they're just, maybe they just don't react. I'm not really sure. We're going off. We have unleashed the hounds. These feel exactly the same as last time. So I don't know if maybe it's to do with the gelatin, but that can't be to do with gelatin because the jelly has exploded. So what is it? But then look at this. This right here, the Angel Delight. I'm sorting out all the trays and look at this cake. This is so interesting sorting it all out. Okay, so here we have the cookies and cream from Haagen-Dazs. Look at that. That I cannot wait to eat. Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble with the old lemon sorbet. It's kind of like, I'm just, might try it like this. Oh my goodness. You know when your saliva glands get going? And it's like me when I think about salt and vinegar crisps and I get all like, oh my gosh, that is so tart. That is kind of delicious. Next tray. Wow, the donut has, it's so light. That is so weird. Shall I take this off? Is this gonna explode if I take it off now? Oh no, 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 no. What the heck? What the actual heck? I don't think that that's gonna be safe to eat, to be quite frank with you. We have the Ben & Jerry's, which if it's like the lemon sorbet, it's gonna be hard to, the yogurt, which apparently freezes really well. I'm not sure about it. This would be the most fascinating because this is creme caramel. And creme caramel is like a jiggly, weird substance. And now we defrost it from all of the ice that's been built up in there. I just put them in hot soapy water and they're all good to go. I can tell there's a lot more liquid because I've done about 8 of these dishes and it's still going. I've left things a few days just to kind of see what happens the longer you leave it. Let's go for the chocolate cake, which chocolate doesn't work very well in the air fryer because there's no like moisture, because it's like cocoa butter and cocoa beans and stuff like that. So I wonder how it'll be in a cake. Do you know what? That's not very nice. It kind of just tastes like stale cake. I am really intrigued about the French Fancies though, which are right here. Literally rock solid. So let's go. The chocolate French Fancy is probably my favorite of all the French Fancies. So okay, this is so weird. The inside has gone like styrofoamy. It kind of just is like, can you see? It's just powdering off. Here we have the Battenberg. Oh! It kind of is almost the texture of a Moam, however you want to say it. It's gone like chewy. Let's try the lemon slice. This one, I feel like is also gonna break my teeth. The humble donut, which has a high fat content, so I don't know what's gonna happen here, but then it's also got the sugar, so, oh. I need to stop knocking everything because it just breaks it. Let's try Mr. Donut. It's just like a stale bread roll. I feel like that's actually weirdly lost its flavour. Up next, let's try, I suppose this is the same kind of category. Let's try the cheesecake. And it's still been about 5 days since I freeze dried it. And obviously cheesecake would normally go off by now. But this still looks kind of like as good as new. The weird thing is the bottom is just like, it's just like sand. But I've heard such good things about freeze dried cheesecake. I don't know about that one. It does have like a creamy element and it kind of melts on the tongue. But then, you know that feeling when you haven't brushed your teeth for a while and it feels like furry on your teeth? It kind of feels like that. I'm gonna try the creme caramel, but it has just completely sucked everything out and it kind of looks like a sad sandcastle. I wonder if that's because it's been left a bit, but it's very tacky, almost blue tack like. The Haagen-Dazs one first. The Haagen-Dazs one is delightful. Let's try the Ben & Jerry's one because I wonder if the Ben & Jerry's one compares at all to the Haagen-Dazs one. That's really weird. The Haagen-Dazs one is obviously really brittle, like I showed you already. But then the Ben & Jerry's one, maybe it has more moisture or something. It kind of feels like, this is exactly what it feels like, magic sand. It's kind of a bit moldable. Oh my days. This is so weird, let me show you this. Okay, so this right here is Angel Delight, and this has gone so weird. It's gone like sponge. It's turned almost into a cake sponge. Can you see this? Bouncy. Right, we have to try it. It's not very nice. The Oreo ice cream sandwich. Oh, it's shriveled. Can you see that?
You might need a drink of water, honey.
It tastes like coffee. I feel like it's brought out the dark, rich flavour of Oreos. Our dried lemons, and then we have the dried lemons from the cocktail solution, and we have our dried orange as well right here. Oh my word. My saliva glands are popping off. That literally tastes like fairy liquid. And then we have the lemon from the like cocktail jar sugary one. Let's see what this is like. I suppose, isn't the skin on lemon supposed to be really good for you? Let's see if this one is. That is so intense. Everything is so punchy. Let's go in with some of the orange. That's weirdly nice. It has a really nice citrus flavour. It like pops when you eat it. And I feel like in the footage you could see the bubbles on it and you could almost taste the texture. I really like that orange actually. That is quite delicious. I'm really intrigued about the pomegranates. I've been eyeing these up all week. Let's give these a go. Kind of good. Let's try the peas and the sweet corn. See how they've coped up after a few days. I really like the freeze-dried veg. Oh, now I feel like I wish I tried loads of savoury stuff. Guys, if you want me to do another video, I can hire out another one of these freeze dryers because I want to try meat. I want to try crisps. What would crisps do? Would they do anything? I want to try potato. I literally want to try everything in there. These were things that the first time round didn't freeze dry very well. So for example, we have the fizzy strawberry lace, which kind of has gotten a bit more brittle. Can you see that? Whoa, whereas before it wasn't, so clearly it did just need longer. This is all experimenting. I've never done this before, so if I'm doing things wrong, I apologise. Let's try it. Wow, that is delicious. I prefer that texture to a normal fizzy lace. That I would recommend. Oh, that is so nice. I feel like I need to open a freeze-dried sweet shop. Again, the jelly worms didn't actually come up very good, and I don't know why that is. Let's try Percy Pig, which, oh, so weird. That's kind of delicious. Oh my gosh, the Percy Pig is so good. That's so weird. The flavour is so much more like, you can tell it's berry in there. I feel like normally Percy Pig, they're just sweets. They don't taste that berry, but that is strong berry. That. Up next, we've got the Candy Kitten, which didn't work very well the first time round, but I put it through it as longer time. Oh my gosh, this ain't breaking. This is gonna break my teeth. Ow. I'm literally pushing down. That actually really hurts my teeth. There's no breaking that. My poor jaw. Banana again, because I just wanted to see what happened. Oh wow! Oh my gosh, the flavour's so good. This has been a truly fantastic video. And thanks so much to Mechatech for letting me have one of your lovely freeze dryers for a little bit, because I kind of want to do some savoury bits with it now. I love you all loads. Stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe if you wanna. Love you all loads. Peace out.